as soon as a player gets hurt at quarterback in the National Football League, people say something that they just can't let go of. This is what happens. Alex Smith goes down with an injury, and immediately they say, Colin Kaepernick, he would be amazing. Well, here's the thing. You're going to have to let the Kaepernick thing go. It's just not going to happen. Though writers, though tweeters, people get on the bird and they want to relate it somehow to the protest and the controversy which has ensued. The fact is that in football, and frankly in business, when you have a short-term job, you go with what you know, even if it's not the best possible option out there. Now, the first thing about Kaepernick is, let's not kid ourselves, it's been several years since he was any good in the NFL. In terms of his actual skill, he's had multiple surgeries since, he's had multiple opportunities since, and he has not recaptured the luster of the career gone. But even that doesn't matter. That's getting caught up in the weeds. The first thing is that Mark Sanchez is going to sign there, and you may think of Sanchez as the butt fumble. You may think that Sanchez isn't a great quarterback, or isn't even a good quarterback. And there are parts of me that will agree with you. I'll also tell you that whatever you want to say about Kaepernick's career and his rise, and though he was way more productive and dominant for a period of time, did he win 4 road playoff games in his career? He didn't. But the reason that Mark Sanchez is going to sign with the Redskins is he knows the system. He's worked with people in the system before. Colin Kaepernick doesn't. Colin Kaepernick hasn't been in the league. The job of the backup quarterback is not just to, if he plays, be the best option at quarterback. Can you be the best option for that team? And, oh yeah, by the way, that's worst case scenario if your starter gets hurt. Colt McCoy is the starter. The job of the backup is to get the starter ready. And you can't get the starter ready if you don't know the offense yourself. I've talked to several quarterback people within the league, offense coordinators, quarterback coaches, and they all say the same thing. Familiarity is the most important thing. The most important thing in playing quarterback. Familiarity. It's one of the things that's irritating Aaron Rodgers. Forget about the fact he doesn't love their offense. He has had guys, some of these younger wide receivers, that don't know what they're doing or where they're supposed to be or where they're lined up. Aaron Rodgers knows the offense like the back of his hand. He knows exactly where guys are supposed to be and where they're not supposed to be. So you're just going to have to let it go. Regardless of the fact that Kaepernick has no ties to the Washington Redskins coaching staff, which makes it not even a phone call they would make. Regardless of the fact that there's the politics of it, suing the league, which hasn't stopped Eric Reed from getting a job. The truth to it is, it's one of those things that is so far gone that you're going to have to stop asking about it, writing about it, tweeting about it. It's over. It's like, how long, what is the statute of limitations on the Seahawks or Seahawks fans talking about if they should have if they would have given the ball to Marshawn Lynch? Well, if we would have given the ball to Marshawn Lynch, it's just, the same exact year, a game before, the Green Bay Packers are thinking, had we recovered an onside kick, we would have beaten the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And you could say, well, yeah, you would have had to play the Patriots in the Super Bowl and go, that's fine. You get like 6 months to be mad in the offseason, and then if you fail in the next season, you can't draw upon, well, we didn't give Marshawn Lynch the football. But they have, and they didn't get over it. Just like the Kaepernick truthers in their own mind can't get over that he's not in the league. I'm not going to dwell upon the fact that he was pulled as a starter because he wasn't personable and he wasn't ingratiating himself to his teammates. Forget about the fact that he showed his limitations in scrambling too often and only to his right and having small hands and having trouble changing arm angles and reading a defense. Forget about all that. Just the idea of, hey, once you've been out of the league for a couple years and nobody's calling, it's over. Like, I'm willing to say it's over with Tony Romo, who was a better quarterback for a longer period of time with the Dallas Cowboys, But once he did a year in the booth with CBS, like it was over. Now he's a year and a half in. That's a wrap, kids. This is like election guy. Well, the Russians and I'm not saying you can't investigate how whatever happened. Just like if you're Colin Kaepernick, you want to investigate whether or not people colluded to keep you out of the league. That's fine. But the second Alex Smith goes down, you go like, wow, Kaepernick, they're not bringing him in. It's over. Once you say it, you've gone to crazy town, and anybody with a brain just stops listening to you. Just like if you want to bring up anything Seattle does now, you're like, well, if they give it to Marshawn Lynch, it's over. It's been over for a long time. You're that guy. You're a Laker fan that says, if David Stern would have let us have Chris Paul, we would have, like Kobe would have had 11 billion rings. It's over. There's nothing worse than the guy that can't get over the girl. She took the kids and she left. It's been a year. Divorce is finalized. It's over. She's not coming back. She's got another guy living in the house, dude. Now, it means you don't want them to call him dad. So figure it out. Get yourself together. Get back to work. Show up when you're supposed to show up. Be a parent and have a life. But we get caught up in these things. We just have this. We get caught up in things. Political things. You get fired from a job and you had a bad boss and you want to bitch and complain. Like, dude, Kaepernickers, you have to have a next play mentality because you are worrying about a play that is several years old. It's been since 2015. That was when he was last good. It's about to be 2019. I don't know how long you're supposed to be allowed. The statute of limitations is, but I'm going to tell you, it has run out on the Kaepernick discussion. Alex Smith is a good quarterback. There's nothing great about him, but he's good. He's solid. He's a really good regular season quarterback. And Colt McCoy, who was once upon a time a starter. Colt McCoy, remember his arm went dead in the national championship game? Like, I never thought he would be great, but he has all the intangibles, all the relatability, and all of the knowledge of that offense. In addition to the personal quirks and not playing football and not knowing the offense and trying to sign a guy at midseason. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. It's not colluding when the league has agreed his time has passed. Ray Rice's time has passed. Terrell Owens' time has passed for a myriad of reasons. But when a wide receiver goes down, if you say you should bring in T.O., I stop listening to you. When a running back goes down, if you think they should bring in Ray Rice, I've stopped listening to you. And when a quarterback goes down, if you believe they should bring in Colin Kaepernick, I stop listening to you. It's not because they weren't good. It's just because whatever window of opportunity they had to play in the National Football League, which also stands for not for long, that window is closed. And when you keep bringing it up, we all stop listening to you because you've gone to crazy town.